back. Holy, y'all are out of breath, bro. I know it's like 10 pounds on you, but like you're out. So you know what we do? We back here with another one. Yippee-ki-yay! We are back. We are one. We are everything. Let's raise this mic up again. Also me. Y'all 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, welcome back. YouTube. In today's video, we finna be reacting to something that very tragic. You feel me? Like, it's very tragic. I gotta redo that whole thing. Let me give it. Welcome back, YouTube. It's your boy. Quantum here back with another one. And today's video, we'll be reacting to, I don't know, something very tragic. Apparently, some footage of some dude killing somebody or whatever. But yeah, let's hop into the video. Let's do it. Alright, what's up, bro? Oh shit, boy. Alright, bro. Oh shoot. I was finna start recording. Like about.
I can tell she don't know where she going. I can tell she don't know where she going. I can tell she don't know where she going. Cause she foreign. I can tell she don't know where she going. I can tell she don't know where she going. I can tell she don't know where she going. Cause she foreign.
Here.
It is to the Monday platform.
Is it? We can put you in handcuffs right now.
This is what history. Let's go back to history. And
we can put you in handcuffs right now.
Yes, sir. Next to history.
An Arizona father calls the police on his teenage son, saying but the advice the officers allegedly give him and
that's crazy, man. You call the cops because he's not doing it. Alright, bro. Let's get up here, man. I'm not gonna lie, I hate sitting low. Let's get leveled up. I'm not sitting low no more for that, bro. Let's do it.
Shocking moments when they confront this teen. They are now the subject of a brand new lawsuit. And I'm going to be comparing the allegations in the complaint with the intense body cam footage that captured what happened inside that Phoenix home. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and
Welcome to Sidebar. Let's do it! What's the word, Jesse? And I'm on Quantum.
It's just not a true example of how we cover all different kinds of crime and legal stories here on Sidebar. And look, not everybody has the ability to do what we do here. We try to do a deep dive on these stories. And one of the reasons that we can keep on doing this is because of the amazing support we get from our sponsor, Morgan & Morgan.
I hate hearing that name.
Sergio Nino II, this father, told officers that his 16-year-old son, Sergio III, refused to listen.
Sergio the Third. That's so tough. I'm not gonna lie, Sergio's a tough name.
To him, refused to obey him, was acting out, skipping school, apparently having girls over, smoking in his room. Pretty typical bad behavior from a teenage boy, right? But on January 23rd, 2024, as the three officers, Sergio, his sister, his dad, as they all crowd into this tiny hallway, this tense situation escalates. And it leads to this 16-year-old allegedly being slammed onto the hallway floor and arrested for aggravated assault. He ended up apparently with significant injuries, and now he has filed a $500,000 lawsuit against the city and the three officers, Christopher Grease, Blake Willer, and Matthew Smith. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take you through the officers' body cam footage from that day, and we're going to compare it with what Sergio claims in his lawsuit. So nearly 2 years ago, the elder Sergio, the father, called police out to his home. And he was looking...
Police, bro. Something like this, bro. Get your little weekends on, bro. You won't say that yourself.
...for advice on how to handle what he says was his unruly and disobedient son, who he says has, quote, a couple mental health issues. But he doesn't really expand on that.
Right,
so
right.
Some interesting advice, or at least that's what's captured on the body cam. What's going on?
My son.
Let's go to 4K. Never mind.
Okay. I'm gonna hold him to a treatment center. I'm just having a hey look. So, okay. Tonight he just pulled him last week, and he's just bringing the drugs in the house, smoking inside the house. Come on.
Wow, bro. My dude, if you don't answer what's inside that tent, you're done. Hello, you're buddy. You're done. But yeah, they're done. You're cooked. You're chopped. You're you know, do it. You're cooked, bro. You're cooked. Oh, I wish I played it control.
And Today while I was at work, I saw him leave on my cameras around 4 o'clock, and he just came back a little bit ago. So as soon as I heard something, I went to his room and I knocked, he didn't open up. And I knocked, and he wouldn't open up, so I went and got a screwdriver to open up the door, and he just
You Morgan.
pushed against me with the door. So I'm like, open the door, so let me get in. And he wouldn't let me, just cut back. He's like, get away. So I forced myself in, we fell back. So then he got up and he just started cussing at me. I said, give me your phone. He wouldn't give me, so I tried to take his phone away. So he's like pushing and kicking at me. I ended up on top and tried to take his phone on top of the bed. My daughter came in. She said, get off my phone, what are you doing to him? And after that, again, I tried to grab his phone again. Same thing happened. And then I called you guys. So as I was walking away, he spat at me. And I was on the phone with 911. He just like, on my face. He didn't hit me big, just like one of these.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it. So right now he's in his room. And they told me, well, there's nothing we can do because if we take him to juvenile, they're just going to hold him for 20 minutes and let him go. What he told me, he's like, why don't you just discipline him? I'm like, what do you mean discipline? He's like, I try to ground him. He's like, he does whatever he wants now. He said, no, physically discipline him. I'm like, I can't. So if I do that, then I go to jail.
Yep.
You don't.
Well, he told me, he said, just don't leave a mark. Because when he told me, I was like,
Yeah, it's definitely like that, bro. Come on now.
so I'm like, I fear for like my career, you know what I mean? But I can't do it anymore, man. I don't have control of my own house.
Okay, so what do you want to do with him today?
I just end up in something so we can get help, juvenile, something, because this isn't going to go away. And the thing now, he sees it, he has no fear because the cops have been over and nothing gets done. I called a hotline, crisis hotline, they took him over 24/7 over at Metro Center. He walked out laughing, and as soon as we left, he took my phone, and I had to call the cops again. One of the officers I'm friends with, his name's Kenny, over.
That's crazy, my dog. Caught this client thing, dude. Right? That is wild, bro. Kick him out. That.
In the Metro Center area. Yeah, he came and talked to me, brought him back home, and he even took him on a police ride. Just about 2 or 3 weeks. It hasn't been that long. And I thought maybe I can help him out. He can see what it's like and where he could end up. No,
Bro, these flash things are gonna kill my dog, bro. What you talk about? You flat. First of all, you should not the thing. Yo, can you just cut it off? You don't have to add this flash thing. Sidebar. Law and crime sidebar. With Jesse Weber, bro. Can you stop doing these jump cuts, bro? I don't. That's not helping, bro. That's literally not helping.
Well, you can. You're just choosing not to. You drag him. You hit him. He is a child. He only has rights from the government. He has no rights from you. So if you wish to beat him, you can beat him. You wish to belt him?
Yeah. Again, it's one of those things. I'm just afraid. I mean, that way, if I did something wrong, I got the belt and I wouldn't do it again. But I'm just afraid because I've worked so hard for my license, man. And I've been doing my job for over 20 years. I'm my own business. I'm just afraid of that jeopardy, if you know what I mean. So.
Well, it sounds like he needs some real corporal punishment.
If you look at my phone, all you'll see is me trying to find like ways. I've been Googling like all the times, like how to, behavioral health, military school, which is like $16,000 a month. It's just like,
it's not really a behavioral issue. It's him thinking he's an adult when he's not and doing what he wants. And he's got a place to live. You're paying for his phone. Are you paying for his car? You're giving him all these things that he wants, but you're not taking any of them away.
Yes.
He's going to treat you like garbage. You need to treat him like garbage.
He stole $2,000.
Throw him out on the street.
He stole $2,000. So now I have a security box, and he's in and out of my room. He's selling stuff. I said, yeah, he left with him and he sells this. I don't even know what it's in and what's not my house, but I don't feel safe in my own place. I don't feel comfortable with him in my house. He's my son. I love him to death, but I don't know what to do anymore, man.
Kick him out. We're going big screen for this. Big screen, my boys. It's getting serious. Kick him out. He won't listen? Kick him out. You don't feel safe? Kick him out. Literally, just kick him out. That's literally all you have to do. Kick him out, put him on the station. Dude. Bro, he wants to do it. Kick him out. You don't feel safe? Kick him out. Easy. Little screen.
Many of the comments are quoted directly in the lawsuit. For example, these are direct allegations from the suit. Quote, the officers advised Mr. Nino to drag Sergio and hit him. They went on to tell Mr. Nino that if you wish to beat him, if you wish to belt him, because Sergio only has rights from the government. He has no rights from you. They then advised Mr. Nino, if he's going to treat you like garbage, you treat him like garbage. Throw him out on the streets. So Dad and the officers, they speak for about 10 minutes before they go down the hallway to Sergio's room. Take a look.
That done?
We'll talk.
Like I said, he's in here.
That's kind of crazy, though. Wait, this 24.
He locked the door. He was just spraying something so it wouldn't smell.
Sergio, you need to open the door.
3 cops is crazy.
Dude, what's going on?
What's up? Hold up, just give me a second.
That's not how it works. Push 5. What's going on?
We're talking to you.
Oh yeah, because my sister he sprayed something and she
Room, bro. W room. Not gonna lie. Okay, well, he got the 5. Stop flash coding, bro.
So what's going on?
Oh yeah, because
This just happened.
Okay. Alright, we want to talk to you. Now say that.
you smiling again. What's so funny?
Hi.
Can you keep on your sister?
I'm about to agree. I don't think that's okay.
It's
Actually, he was looking. Your dad should beat you.
Yes.
Other than sending you to the hospital, your dad should beat you.
Yeah.
Anything in your room is gone.
Yeah, my dad looked at me and he said, you're a little. He said, this is why your ex cheated on you, and then he tackled me and he proceeded to.
And that's, I'm saying, okay. And kid, you have to take it. You have no rights.
Yeah, actually,
Your
so
parent.
I don't have another parent, so he's my only parent.
Yep, treating him garbage.
I'm like, alright,
Yeah.
so.
do you pay for this house?
Or you like, have you been here to like see the whole situation?
Do you pay for the house?
Do you pay for your car, house, phone?
He doesn't have a car.
I don't have a car. I don't.
Okay, so
I
do you pay for
my
this
phone.
house?
I pay for my phone bill, yeah. I don't
You pay for the phone? I need the phone.
I'm not getting my phone, I'm sorry. I pay for it.
It's my phone. You better change the service to you because it's my phone. Give me the phone.
Who bought the phone?
I pay
Yeah,
for it.
I'm
Who bought the phone?
W.
Answer, so it's not yours.
It doesn't. I mean, you check my room gladly. There isn't any pot. If you would like, can you please not touch me?
Oh my god, this
You're
is
not controlling this situation.
I don't see.
No, that's not how that works.
We can put you in handcuffs right now. Just detain you because you're being a little brat.
Okay, now at one point, Sergio's sister, who I mentioned before, she comes out. And this is who his dad said
Alright.
was, quote, supporting and defending her brothers. So she comes out into the hallway to find out what's going on. One of the officers appears to demand that she go back into her room. And when she seemingly resists, her father gets involved, saying that he's kicking her out of the house. And things are getting much, much tense in this, again, narrow hallway.
What you mean kicking out the house? What do you do?
And that is when we get to the main center, the crux of this lawsuit. Because of how violent this apparent takedown is, I got to give you a warning. We can't show you this full clip. It's going to violate YouTube's guidelines. But Sergio starts to apparently record himself and Officer Willer. And then, that is when Officer Willer allegedly grabs his phone.
What are you talking about allegedly? You see it on camera and you talk about allegedly? You had the body cam footage of him, and... By the way, all 3, like I said, allegedly. Yes, I'm finna be moving it to the center because, like, I feel like the center is, like, more... Yeah, I'm putting it right here. Let me get the text. Alright.
And Sergio reaches to take it back. And all the officers then appear to grab Sergio, trying to put him in handcuffs. And one of the officers even seemingly lifts him up into the air and slams him onto the ground face first.
I didn't do anything wrong. It doesn't matter.
Go to jail for ag assault!
When you go to Sergio's lawsuit, the complaint, it actually includes still images from the body cam. And in the series of photos, you can see Sergio on his
Bro, what are you talking about?
phone. Officer Willer appears to grab the top of it, and he takes it out of Sergio's hands. Sergio appears to look surprised, turns to reach for the phone. The lawsuit reads, Sergio's conduct was non-violent and non-aggressive and was a natural, logical response under the circumstances. Reasonable
Right.
law enforcement officers could not have thought Sergio was assaulting them or otherwise posing any threat. Immediately after, Sergio turned towards Officer Willer, and Willer attacked Sergio. So when he was thrown to the ground, Sergio's chin had apparently hit the wood floor, and the lawsuit says that he had a 3-centimeter laceration, which sent blood flying all over the hallway. As the officers appear to haul Sergio outside, he immediately tells them that the handcuffs are way too tight.
My circulation. I'm dying. Please, it's too tight.
So the officers had Sergio sit on the ground near the patrol vehicles, and this is when they allegedly berate him for what they say was an attack.
You don't ever get to lunge at an officer.
I didn't.
You lunged. That is aggravated assault. Now you're going to juvie.
I tried to grab my phone. He took my phone. Is that your phone? He didn't have a warrant.
Why y'all out of breath? Holy, y'all are out of breath, bro. I know it's like 10 pounds on you, but like, you're out of breath from that? Yo, good job.
It's not yours. It's your dad's. That's how that works.
Then you push him. Stupid as can be. Look at my chin.
I don't care. If you're resisting, you wouldn't go on in the handcuffs.
And by the way, speaking of handcuffs, Sergio continues to tell the officers that the cuffs are basically cutting off his circulation. Now, to be fair, this is something police hear a lot from people that they've detained, and they're not just so keen to loosen them. That could present a danger to themselves and others. And we know handcuffs aren't intended to be comfortable. But the officers, they continue to say that they checked and the handcuffs are just fine.
They're not tight. Stop.
It's tight. It hurts.
We're not supposed to be comfortable.
But it hurt a little bit.
No.
You don't lose things, you can slip your
No, it just hurts. Like,
Yeah.
it hurts. No, but it hurts my wrist. Like, I'm
They're uncomfortable. They're handcuffs. You want to act like an adult, so now you get to see how being an adult works.
Look, you even get your sister screwed now. She's 18, she needs to get kicked to the streets. You did it. You caused all
I
that.
did it. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Your dad did not assault me. You assaulted me. That is your choice.
I didn't.
So
Bro, did not assault. Y'all just wanted to arrest, and y'all want to arrest a little kid, so shut the fuck up.
now these are your consequences.
I've heard like a lot of stories about cops. I actually went on a ride along not too long ago with the police officer.
You're doing this kind of stuff.
What kind of stuff am I doing though? I kind of.
Stops.
I didn't assault a cop.
You did. You assaulted me.
I would love to take that up in court.
Well, you'll have your day in court.
I mean, I'd love to.
Then you go back inside the house, and Sergio's father is sitting on the couch in the living room as Officer Smith explains what's going to happen next.
So yeah, he's going to go to jail for aggravated assault. So hospital first, get some stitches. From there, he'll be transported. But even with it being a felony, it's still probably going to be the same thing. Be down there for an hour or two and then call you to come pick him up. Most likely. They might hold him. It's possible. But it'll be juvenile. It could be referred to adult court, but it's not... that time will tell for that. No, it's alright. You shouldn't have known what he did. We've tried to explain to him what he did wrong. He's not
Branding.
He's choosing not to. But
That's what I'm doing. I just, I said, I'm just out. I'm just
yeah.
I'm just out.
I know it's frustrating. Like I tried to express to you, I'd look into emancipating him. He is 16. He's at that age where you probably could get that.
Okay.
And at that point, he's an adult. You don't want him here. You can just come out. So I look into that.
So he basically just turned 18. Something like that.
Group homes, that's it's not.
He's like 18. He's like 23, 4. He's 19 right now. Hold up, bro. Hold up. Wait. Sergio. You know, based on the opinion 22 for instance, Sergio is not going to jail. Innocent is a victim in this scenario. Boom.
So I wish you the best of luck. I think we have all your info, so we shouldn't have to come back in and talk to you again. But if we do, we'll just come knock again.
Alright, sounds good.
All right, thank you.
It's at this point a paramedic arrives to address the cut to Sergio's chin, which will need stitches. And he once again reports that he's in severe pain because of the handcuffs, but the officers seemingly appear to brush him off.
Loosen the handcuffs, please.
We've already checked them several times.
It hurts. Like
They're uncomfortable.
No, like look, I can't move my hand. Like
You're not
my
supposed to
hand
move
is
your
going
hands.
up. Can you please loosen it a bit, please?
So you can slip them and assault us again? Not happening.
Now, I talk a lot about the handcuffs. We're going to get back to that. So according to the lawsuit, quote, in the few minutes it took the officers to move Sergio out of the house, Sergio told the officers the handcuffs were too tight more than 25 times.
Dang, 25?
And when Sergio was transported to a hospital, the lawsuit states, a nurse noticed Sergio was tearful and complaining of pain, and so she asked the officers to loosen Sergio's handcuffs. The officers refused, claiming the handcuffs were not tight and that Sergio was moving too much. When the nurse alerted the officers to the fact that Sergio's right wrist was swelling, the officers finally complied with the request to loosen the handcuff on Sergio's right wrist. Now this part's important. Quote, an x-ray taken at the hospital revealed that Sergio had a fractured wrist for which he required surgery. By the way, this teen also needed 5 stitches in his face to close the cut. That's the allegation, the claim from the lawsuit as well. There's another concerning claim in the lawsuit, and that's that Sergio repeatedly told the officers that his father abused him. Now the allegation being that after saying this, the officers really didn't take him seriously. In a notice of
Yeah, probably. I don't know, man.
claim that was filed to show the intention of bringing a lawsuit against the defendants, Sergio's attorneys wrote, quote, Sergio told the officers that his father abuses him. Despite being mandatory reporters of child abuse, The officers outright dismissed Sergio, telling him that he had not been abused and that Mr. Nino can hit Sergio, tackle him, and do whatever he wants. As Sergio tried to further explain Mr. Nino's physical abuse, Officer Willer told Sergio, "You have no rights, and your dad should beat you." Sergio's sister confirmed Sergio's claim, but like Sergio, she was ignored and dismissed by the officers without showing any interest in or making investigation into the reported child abuse. And then you have this tearful Sergio, who made claims of abuse as he's sitting handcuffed and bleeding on the ground outside of his home. And again, this is all captured on the body cam.
I know that your dad is scared to lose his job to hit you, which you should have been doing for a long time.
It's really funny, man.
I'm not laughing, you're the one laughing.
Abused all when I was a child.
Do you not know what it is?
I clearly know what abuse is. I was choked by my mom was an alcoholic. She died of alcohol poisoning. You really don't know anything, man. I was abused all when I was a child.
When you don't even remember?
I lived this. I know. I remembered it because it was up until I was 11 when she died. You really don't know anything, man. Like, it's messed up. So I really don't like getting abused out, too. I really don't like it. You really don't understand. I'm not a lot of times. I watched him hit her. I watched him choke her. I watched him spit on her.
So your dad abused your mom, who abused you. Interesting circle.
Yeah, I lived. That's how I grew up.
So you decided to be a little brat?
So I decided to be a little brat now. Really? That's crazy. You really don't know anything about my dad.
I'm saying, also.
Going back to the nurse at the hospital, she also reported to the officers that Sergio had made claims of abuse. Going back to the notice of claim, it says again, instead of taking the report of child abuse seriously, as they are statutorily required to do, the officers dismissed Sergio's claims of child abuse. To justify their deliberate indifference to these repeated reports of child abuse, the officers wrote in their incident report that they explained the circumstances to the nurse and reported that Sergio had not made a prior claim of abuse, which was false. And the notice includes a snippet of the actual police report as well, in which Officer Grease writes, "While Sergio III was being treated, he began making statements to medical staff that his father abused him and was punching him in the face. Medical staff contacted Officer Willer, Smith, and I about the issue. We explained the circumstances around..."
Yes, sir. False read again. Yeah, we lie. But anyway, boy. Bro. I'm slow, bro. My bad. Anyways, yo. You have to take this seriously, man. This is not like laughing. It's not. It's not that, bro. It's just so like, you know me. But like, it's sad, man. So yeah, this was 2-4. So he was not charged. So yeah, he was not charged. So let's do it.
What had occurred and his recent behavior. We also notified medical staff that he made no statement to us at any time that his father is actually abusing him. Now, the lawsuit also lays out prior incidents that these officers were apparently involved in that resulted in investigations.
Right.
See if this actually comes out at a trial, but it is interesting that it's put into the lawsuit. So what does it say? So, for example, there is a section titled Officer Willer's Known Propensities, and it states, Officer Willer was responding to a father's call regarding a family domestic dispute. In arriving, Officer Willer pushed a 14-year-old girl to the ground to hand...
That is crazy.
The father protested Officer Willer's force against his 14-year-old daughter, which resulted in Officer Willer pushing the father.
Boy, get your little goofy boy. Get your little license. This is L.
Requested the officer's presence multiple times. The father repeatedly told Officer Willer and the other officer that he did not want his daughter arrested and that she was suffering from mental health issues. But Officer Willer ultimately ignored the father and continued on with arresting his 14-year-old daughter. In another incident, Officer Willer, according to this lawsuit, was accused of not taking a mother's report that her teen daughter was in a relationship with a grown adult very seriously.
Yo, Gideon? What's that dude's name? What's his name? Face. What you call it? The Oma guy? Oma? Kitty Jean? And all the mother really catches I can't name at this moment. They will be so mad. If they went out, got a guy, they didn't even come. And then they didn't even like, it's not that serious. They would be so mad. They'll storm up there. do all that, find a way to get him arrested, and all this other stuff. Come on now.
Actually, his partner, they claim, this lawsuit claims, that day, his partner was the one who ended up verifying the suspect's age and arresting them. Again, according to the lawsuit,
that's
quote,
crazy,
Officer
bro.
Willer has been issued, quote, supervisory counseling multiple times as a result of the various complaints, investigations, and policy violations. Quick note, these are allegations that are made in the complaint, right? We don't know if any of these incidents happen the way that they're being described, but these are allegations. And now we go to Officer Smith, because the complaint also accuses Officer Smith of...
Bro, why do I feel like I'm watching the news?
...being unnecessarily...
In today's story, we have Officer Willis. He has multiple caps of allegedly not taking the case and going on his gut. Like,
In July 2023, Officer Smith transported a 14-year-old girl to a clinic after she made self-harm statements. When Officer Smith entered the 14-year-old girl spit on Officer Smith. Officers pushed the 14-year-old girl's neck and chest towards the bed and exited her clinical room. When he exited the room, he swung his right arm and struck the wall in the hallway with an open palm, causing a palm-sized hole in the drywall. As a result of the incident, Officer Smith was issued a written reprimand. So Sergio's legal team filed the lawsuit under two claims here. First, they allege that the officers who interacted with Sergio violated the Fourth Amendment. The Fourth Amendment, of course, protects people from unreasonable and excessive force during searches and seizures. The lawsuit contends that Sergio was never a threat.
Like, bro, so they love touching minors. Get them arrested, get them killed because...
...for his phone was unreasonable. The second claim is for battery, which is against all the defendants, so that includes the city of Phoenix. And this is talking about an intentional harm here. According to the lawsuit, at all relevant times, the officer defendants who used force against Sergio were acting under the direct supervision and control of the city.
Bro, he should have took it through it to, like, start trolling. Like, catch. And he's just running around trying to get it. It's crazy, bro.
Of Phoenix, who is vicariously liable for the actions of the officer defendants that interacted with Sergio. Now, vicarious liability in the law is when you can hold a principal, so an organization, a company, a city, responsible or liable for the actions of their agents, their employees, who do something during the course and scope of their employment. By the way, going back to Sergio, he was accused of aggravated assault on a police officer and a resisting arrest, but according to his lawyer, the charges were dropped. Sergio's lawyer also told the outlet, Arizona Family, that Sergio's father supports him taking this legal action, and that apparently things between them are much better, that their relationship is much better now.
Wow, that's kind of crazy, though.
So Sergio and his attorneys, they are demanding a jury trial. According to Maricopa County Civil Court records, a summons has been sent to each of the defendants, but apparently no response has been filed back yet. A Phoenix PD spokesperson told Arizona Family that it doesn't comment on ongoing litigation, but we'll keep a careful eye on where this goes next. That's all we have for you right now here on Sidebar, everybody. Thank you
so much.
Eco, this is your world.
Don't try to stop me from reaching my greatness. If you know me, then you know I'ma make it. Shawty keep phoning and calling me daily. I had to call it back, told her we can't be. Granny, I hope that I make you proud, cause all these voices, they getting too loud. I'm tryna make a new wave, a new sound. You wanna see greatness, better stick around. Gonna make it independent, okay? Even when labels start coming my way, ain't gonna make millions while I make it thousands. Ain't gonna get Uber rich on my talent.